kill, burn! Maim, kill, burn!
And smell the heresy, YouTube. It's time for another episode of The Happy Heretic, and it is New Model Monday yet again, that day of the week where Games Workshop shows us all the new and exciting stuff that we can't spend money on yet. Not until May 8th. That's when Games Workshop has announced that pre-orders will be back available. May 8th is the day that we can crack open our wallets, grab our credit cards, and basically sign over our paychecks to Games Workshop. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure that's going to be an absolutely fantastic day for a lot of people out there. But for today's New Mini Monday, I like saying New Mini Monday better than New Model Monday. It just flows off the tongue better. But for today's New Mini Monday, Games Workshop has debuted a new Sylvaneth, which is interesting, but I wonder if it might be a little too... I wonder if the model is a little too busy. That's the question that I ask in the title of this video, in fact. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Mini first of all, and then we'll discuss it. We'll critique it. I'll lend my less than professional eye to the miniature and see if we can't figure out whether it's suited for beginners or not. But anyway, here we go. The article starts out. I'll put a link to this in the description below, by the way. It says, just when you thought the mortal realms had achieved the pinnacle of strangeness, along comes a floating tree spirit with a magical war flute. And they have a helpful video as well, so let's go ahead and take a look at that.
One day, we will rest and we will bask in what we have made for the sake of all. For now, go and take my song with you.
Alright, so that's the Mini, and it looks really cool from what I'm seeing. I like how they've got it painted up with the muted greens and browns and things like that. But let's take a look at the pictures and take a closer look at it here. So here we have the what's the name again? Warsong Revenant, I think is the name. Yeah, here we have the Warsong Revenant, that's the name. It says, floating on thermals of sheer magic, Warsong Revenants play a spirit song which has the power to cause the land itself to come alive. Their music is a balm to the Sylvaneth and the promise of vengeance to their enemies. The Warsong Revenants can even summon a malicious swarm of spites to attack nearby enemies. And this Mini has quite a bit of detail to it, really. I mean... You can see the different textures on it, and the article makes a point of pointing out all the different textures on the Mini. But you have a variety of different things going on with it. You've got this absolutely gigantic flute trumpet thing. I don't know what instrument that is, but it definitely seems like it's going to be very, very loud. And then you've got the eggs, which I guess are where the spites would come from, and you got a little baby spite right up there, popping his head out of that egg, saying, "Hi, how's it going? How you doing? I'm gonna fuck your shit up." Anyway, so. They have a couple of closer looks at the Mini as well, so you can see the details more. And the article makes a point of saying, this elegant model is covered in details that will delight painters of every skill level, including a variety of textures like wood, leaves, skin, and finely wrought metal to experiment with. And there's the little baby spite again. Now, excuse me, I definitely do agree that the Warsong Revenant has a ton of textures with it. I mean, there is a lot going on with this Mini. I mean, you see the typical wood of the Sylvaneth. You got the flesh of the Revenant itself. You've got that horn, which it looks like they've painted up looks like they painted it up kind of like a spectral stone almost, or maybe that's metal. I don't know. It's kind of tough to tell. But I'm gonna go with it looks like a spectral stone, kind of like jade or something like that. And then you got all the vines coming out of the base. You've got it looks like there's I can't really see behind there, but it looks like there's a skeleton of some kind, maybe a skull or something, some critter that has died and been absorbed by the earth or something like that. You got some plants. You got the long flowing leaf cloak, which actually I think is really cool. I think this is probably one of the coolest parts of the mini, is this cloak right here. It gives the impression that it's a bunch of gigantic leaves layered one on top of the other, and that's actually really cool. I really like that. And this the gradient that they have it painted, where you've got like the dark green at the top and it gradually goes to lighter green down at the bottom. That is just really cool, I think. And then you got this crown thing dealy where all the spites are coming out, you see all the eggs growing and hatching and things like that. Very much reminiscent of the Lumineth, I think. That's like the first impression that I get when I see this, is a decoration kind of like this. Chop off the eggs, maybe sand the vines a little bit, maybe do a little bit of kit bashing, and you could put this on the back of a Lumineth character or something like that. That wouldn't be too out of place there, but that's actually really cool too. I like that, and there's a whole lot of intricate detail on that. And then you got like the little trinkets hanging off of it, and all that good stuff, which is really cool. Now, the question that I thought of when I first saw this mini was, man, that's really busy. Or not really a question, but the statement. I was like, man, that's a really busy model. There is a lot going on here, which, to be fair, it's a character model, it looks like. So, and it's a large character model, so it's only natural that Games Workshop would go all out on something like this and sculpt as much detail as possible. I wonder if it might be a little too busy, though. It looks like it'd be fun to paint, but it looks like it'd be a pain in the ass to paint too. Especially that crown right up there. That looks just absolutely god awful with regards to all the different details on there. And the fact that they bill this as a delight for painters of every skill level, I don't know about that. I don't know how accurate that would be. I can see a beginner painter looking at this mini and going, holy shit, I don't want to paint this at all because I'm going to screw this up. Of course, I can see some veteran painters thinking that as well. I consider myself to be like an intermediate level painter. Yeah, more kind of beginner paint. I don't know. I tend to underestimate my own skill level. But I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, God, this is going to be it looks really fun, but it's going to be a pain in the ass to paint. So anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, that's my first impression of this mini. Maybe I just need to get up close and personal with it. Maybe I need to actually see it, hold it in my hands, and caress its revenantly body and make friends with it and actually slap paint on the mini to have a real accurate impression of what's going on with it. Plus the fact that we don't really get a whole lot of angles. At least, the video gives us some angles of it, some pretty good angles of it, but nothing close in or anything like that. And the only close in pictures are just very limited. So maybe that's also creating a mistaken impression. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section. Do you think the Warsong Revenant is a really cool mini that you would love to paint, or do you agree with me? Do you think it might be a little too busy and might actually turn off some beginning painters? Let me know in that comment section. As always, if you liked what you saw, give a like and subscribe to my channel. Both of those things will help me out quite a bit. I've got 80 subscribers as of filming this video, and it's absolutely amazing. Pretty explosive growth on the channel. I've had pretty much one subscriber per day just about for the last month, which is really, really cool. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next time.